So I'm working on the lyric perk, which I've been working on and off for a couple of weeks. I've just been trying different things to make it different than the usual lyric perk. Usually what I do is just, write the lyrics in a line kind of neatly. I sometimes I'll use a ruler and I just kind of make it the whole set of lyrics. And I'm really bored of that. I don't really want to do that again. So I've just been experimenting. Obviously got some different pens before I finally settled on these chrome pens that are super cool. I'm almost wondering if I should have gotten some sort of shiny paper so the whole thing looks like kind of more glossy. But I'm still kind of going to use this really, I got a high quality pad of like thick, you know, art paper. And I've been experimenting with different colors and different kinds of, stuff, but I keep landing on the chrome. So I don't know. I guess that's just what is going to be the most appealing. And I'm experimenting too with like trying to write the lyrics in a way that is a little bit more of the tagline. And then I just kind of like, honestly, almost like I just start kind of sketching and having fun and making designs and, sort of like with this fractured one, I'm sort of like putting the spirit of what the lyrics are, if you kind of get what I mean, because I don't want them to be the usual, just written out in a row lyric thing. I've done that a couple times when you do something different. So I have all these different, kind of ways I sketched out like dark eternal, and I make little designs that kind of have little coded pieces of the songs. And then of course I sign every one of them. And on some of them, I even put like other little designs, and I put I write little clues as to what the meanings are. And I don't know. I hope that everyone likes these unique approach to lyrics. But this will be a limited thing. I really always want to try something new and interesting. I think these will maybe look cooler framed than just the lyrics in a row. But I guess I'll find out. Yeah, I think that this should be really, really fun. I think that this may be the last time we do this because of my baby. At least until she starts going to school, I guess. I guess that this isn't forever. But right now, my days are 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. So around 10 p.m. is when I sort of finish working, at least I try. And the only reason I finish at 10 p.m. is because I know that if I don't, start reading a book or something and get kind of in bed by 11 something, that I won't fall asleep till midnight, and then I have to get up at 6 and take care of my daughter for 6 hours, and then start a 10-hour workday, and that's how you get 16 hours. And if I shove jujitsu in just at, in the evening, it's crazy. So if I expect to like handle all the marketing, all the business admin, and then try to shove in some music in the evenings, and then my daughter from 6 a.m. to 12:30, I just had a really hard time having a few hours open to experiment on making these something that I like, that I think are cool. So anyways, I'm still working on it right now, but it's definitely influencing the way I think we'll do another campaign. We've done a lot of these, and we've, fulfilled on all of our perks and everything, but this one's harder, and it's 100% because I had a baby. So, which I don't regret. I love my baby, but it's making locking down a day to do our acoustic show, all that kind of stuff. It just makes it a lot harder because the acoustic show requires us to learn a whole different set, acoustically, all that kind of stuff. So my ability to rehearse and all that has had a cascading impact because of the fact that I had a baby. So she's 3. So I expect, I don't know when school starts because I'm not an experienced parent, but I expect another, at least a year and a half of this level of disruption. And we're deeply into Trauma Echoes, like deeply into it. So, we could be deep into another album and I'm still kind of here, full-time childcare and full-time, manager and art director and lead singer and writer and producer with Amir, so it is a lot. So anyways, I hope you guys dig these. I think after I walked away from it for a few days, I think they're kind of rad. I was gonna like redo all of it, but now I'm gonna keep going and seeing if I can get it to be something that's cool. So anyways, thank you.